What are the most famous landmark cases in contract law? In today's legal landscape, understanding landmark cases in contract law is more important than ever. Recent discussions have highlighted how these cases shape courtroom decisions. If you have ever wondered about the key cases that define contract law principles, you are in the right place. Let's take a closer look at some of the most significant cases that continue to influence legal arguments today. First, we have Carlill versus Carbolic Smoke Ball Company from 1893. This case set important rules about offer and acceptance, especially for unilateral contracts. The court decided that the company's advertisement was a binding offer. This meant that the plaintiff's actions in using the product constituted acceptance, creating a valid contract. Next, we turn to Hadley versus Baxendale from 1854. This foundational case focused on damages for breach of contract. The court ruled that damages must arise naturally from the breach or be within the contemplation of both parties at the time of contracting. Another notable case is Poussard versus Spiers and Pond from 1876. This case clarified the difference between conditions and warranties in contracts. The court found that the singer's failure to perform allowed the employer to terminate the contract. Hawkins versus McGee from 1929 is famously known as the hairy hand case. It established principles for calculating damages based on expectation interest, aiming to put the injured party in the position they would have been if the contract had been properly performed. Williams versus Roffey Brothers and Nicholls Contractors Limited from 1990 updated the doctrine of consideration in English contract law. The court held that a practical benefit obtained by the promisor can count as valid consideration, even without new consideration from the promisee. Lucy versus Zehmer from 1954 is an American case that highlighted the objective theory of contracts. The court ruled that a contract is valid if a reasonable person would believe the parties intended to enter into a contract, regardless of their secret intentions. Lastly, Raffles versus Wichelhaus from 1864, known as the Peerless case, dealt with mutual mistake. The court found no contract existed because the parties were referring to different ships named Peerless, demonstrating how ambiguity can void a contract. These cases are frequently cited in courtrooms and legal education. They clarify essential contract law concepts such as offer and acceptance, consideration, breach, damages, and contract interpretation. Understanding these landmark cases can help individuals navigate the complexities of contract law in today's legal environment.